Hello, nieces and niestos. How are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel, and you have arrived to Nistas Nation. And over here in Nistas Nation, we do mainly things fragrances, body, and home. And there are times where I will add in a little bit of this or a little bit of that. But today we are going to talk about my most reached for fragrance cocktails. Now, when I do a fragrance cocktail, it is a combination of expensive and inexpensive body care and or fragrances. So when I say high-low, I don't mean that one is better than the other. I just mean that as reference to the pricing. So that's what I mean by high-low. So what I want to do is share with you. So those of you who have been around for a while, you are familiar with the fragrance cocktails that I would do in the mornings. And it would be a 60-minute short where I would just do a briefing on what I had pulled together and mixed together today. However, I can't do that anymore because I don't work from home, so my time is not as flexible as it used to be. So what I want to do is I still want to cover this type of content on my channel, but I'm going to have to do it in a different way. So I'm going to need you guys' help. I want you to give your thoughts and opinion on the best way to deliver it. Should I do it by the week? Should I do it by the month? Should I do it by the season? How do you think I should present this content? But today, the way I'm going to do it, I want to share with you the fragrance cocktails that I have been frequently reaching for since spring sprung. So these are spring fragrance cocktails that I have really been enjoying. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start it off with Twilly de Hermes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the fragrance notes of these fragrances. I'm not going to go into detail on how long they last and the projection and all of that. We're just basically talking about how well I feel that they mix together. So I'm going to give you the fragrance notes as well as the main accord so you can kind of like get the gist of why I possibly paired this fragrance with or these fragrances with those particular fine fragrance mists. It doesn't mean that they smell exactly alike, but it just says that it's something in them that I think mixes well together, and the fine fragrance mist is a really nice refresher for your daily fragrance. So this is the Twilly de Hermes. The top notes are ginger, bitter orange, bergamot. The heart notes are tuberose, orange blossom, jasmine. The base notes are sandalwood and vanilla. Twilly de Hermes, this is like your everyday, it could be an office scent. It is very chic. It's very, it has like this sophistication to it. It is not one of those like sexy fragrances. It's not like that. It's just a very just well put together fragrance. I think that it is really nice. I think that you could, it would be perfect for the office, for work. I think it is not offensive. I just think that the fragrance notes that they have in it and what it has to offer, it is just, it's pretty. So the main accords are white floral, warm spicy, citrus, tuberose, woody, fresh, powdery, animalic, and vanilla. So what I like to pair my Twilly de Hermes, and this is the original. You know, there have been several flankers or sequels after this one, but this is the original. So the fine fragrance mist that I love to pair with that is the Magic in the Air. Magic in the Air fragrance notes are almond flower, sparkling persimmon, white iris, whipped vanilla bourbon, fluffy sandalwood. So the fluffy sandalwood and the bourbon, it just goes so well with this fragrance because those of us who know fragrances, from my experience and the way my body goes, normally what I try to see if it's true to what it's saying, those base notes, I try to test to see if that's what I'm getting from that fragrance, if I can smell it hours later. So I'm always like sniffing to see, okay, they say that the base notes are vanilla and sandalwood. Is that what I'm smelling? So Many a times it checks out, sometimes it doesn't. Because some fragrances are so potent till every phase and stage of the fragrances is like you can smell them for the duration of the time that you're wearing them. But this pairs really good with this because it gives you that nice, airy, but woody fragrance. And it's just perfect. I think it pairs perfect. So when I say pair, I do like kind of spray this on top of my moisturizer before I actually put on my fragrance. But these are just good refreshers to throw in your work bag, to throw in your purse when you want to freshen up, if you have to run an errand after work, or if you have to be excused to the restroom. And anytime I go in the restroom, I always like, you know, of course you wash your hands, but I love to spritz myself with the fine fragrance mist that I have with me. So the Magic in the Air and the Twilly de Hermes, I have really been reaching for that. The next fragrance cocktail that I have really been enjoying this spring, the headliner is the Pure Musk by Narciso Rodriguez. For those of us who are familiar with Narciso Rodriguez, the Pure Musk, it is the replacement for Essence by Narciso Rodriguez. They discontinued that. Why did they do that? I don't understand. But it was really good. This is not as good, but it is a nice void filler. So the fragrance notes are, and I'm sorry, I was looking down at my phone trying to find the slide where the notes were. The fragrance notes are musk. The heart notes are flowers, and the base notes are cashmere. Now, the main accords of this fragrance are musky, floral, powdery, and woody. This is a floral musk. It's beautiful. Anytime I wear this, I get tons of compliments. This is one of my forever fragrances, a fragrance that I want to have in my collection forever. I have had some bottles of this, and it's good. What I like to pair it with is the Magnolia Charm by Bath & Body Works. The fragrance notes in the Magnolia Charm by Bath & Body Works are dewy pear blossom, blooming magnolia, and fresh cedar. You guys, it's the cedar in here and the musk, that musk all day in here, that just, it's just awesome. It smells so good, you guys. Oh my God. This is good. Good. All right, so this is another one of my spring fragrance cocktails that I tend to reach for regularly. All right, the next one, the headliner of this one is, and this fragrance, the name of it is so deceitful in my opinion. This is the Mansetter Velvet Vanilla. And the reason why I say it's so deceitful, you're expecting, you know why I bought this, you guys? Honestly, I bought this because I could not get or catch the K. Ali Vanilla. I could not get that fragrance. You know how popular and how scarce it was at one point in time. So I had already had my money put to the side. So I was like, okay, well, let me just go on and buy something. And I went on a hunt and I found out about this Velvet Vanilla. Now, I'm still thinking in my mind that this fragrance was going to be a vanilla-y type of scent. But the thing that sold me is one of the people that I looked at was that they mentioned that this smells like bubble gum. So I was like, I got to have it. So I went for it. So let's talk about the fragrance notes in here. The fragrance notes, they're really perplexed. So just go along with me. And I'm looking down, you guys, because I'm going through my phone. All right, so the fragrance notes are, top notes are pear, angelica, blackcurrant, pink pepper, clove, mandarin orange. The heart notes are tuberose, jasmine, neroli, and rose. The base notes are vanilla and white musk. You guys, this is a tuberose bubble gum. This is tuberose with sprinkles, of bubblegum powder. Just imagine if you had like a substance that was like, it was powdery, but it smelled like bubblegum. This is what this fragrance is. The tuberose is so sweet, you guys. This is good. Now, I must say, when it dies down, you do get a type of vanilla note. It's like the sweet vanilla. It doesn't put me in the gourmandish mode in any form or fashion. But what I like to pair with the Mancera Velvet Vanilla is the Rip Rose Latte. Now, I also pair my Rose Cacao with that since I've gotten that. I use that as my moisturizer because I have the massage oil. So the fragrance notes in here are crushed rose petals, cacao flower, whipped foam. This pairs really well with this. So this is a fragrance cocktail that I have been reaching for regularly. Like I said, the Fine Fragrance Mist, it's just an added touch. It's a refresher. You can always drop this in your bag, refresh your fragrance. I just don't believe in carrying around my fragrance bottles. I just don't think that's appropriate. I would much rather carry a Fine Fragrance Mist. Moving on to the last one, but definitely not the least. I just experienced this and I was wearing this past weekend and I completely enjoyed it. The headliner for this fragrance cocktail is none other than Jo Malone Mimosa and Cardamon. The fragrance notes in Jo Malone Mimosa and Cardamon, the top notes are cardamom, heart notes are mimosa, and the base notes are tonka bean. I don't get the tonka bean in here. I do not get the tonka bean in here. But the main accords are yellow florals, warm spicy, powdery sweet, aromatic, floral, vanilla, and amber. I don't get that tonka bean note. I don't get it. My nose is blind to it. You guys, when I smell this note, this fragrance is so clean and fresh to me. So clean and fresh. Oh my God, it is so beautiful. This probably is my favorite Jo Malone fragrance. So the fragrance mist that I really love to pair with this Jo Malone Mimosa and Cardamon, it is the Beachfront Blanket, you guys. And I do use the body cream as well because I do have the body cream. The fragrance notes in Beachfront Blanket are fresh white linen, summer sun rays, and soft musk. You guys, these two together, outstanding. Outstanding. Really, really good. So this is the final fragrance cocktail for this spring that I have repeatedly reached for. So I want to thank you guys so very much for coming back to my channel. If you would leave some of your fragrance combinations or cocktails below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And do not forget, you, yes, you are great. Bye-bye.